Andre trying to come into the pen. He
What
started
a
to get
Goon
taken
LB.
down by Dragoon LB.
What
Yeah.
a Goon LB. That was crazy. And it looks like they're going to follow up with a nice Monk LB too. They had the Scholar LB all ready to back them up. They came in fighting, used all of their LBs, and that's how they won the game.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Community Roulette number 18. My name is John. I am dead, and we are ready for some PvP matches with two good homies here to provide commentary as you watch. Chili, welcome back to the show. How are you, buddy?
I'm not bad, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. Chili, what have you been up to lately? What are you doing? What's going on, man?
I want to say there's not been much really, to be honest. I'm trying to upgrade my PC, but I'm having some issues. Apart from that, just been playing some Fantasy 14 with the Relic weapon now dropped with the recent patch, so I've been enjoying some 14. Apart from that, I'm just excited for Borderlands next week, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah.
What about you?
Nothing new. Just a lot of work, really. A lot of work, and now this days off, time to game. Yeah, I saw that you had posted that you're getting a desktop for the first time in how many years?
20 years.
Oh my God.
Wow.
When did Fantasy 11 come out? Because that's when I last had a desktop.
Oh no. And then been a while since we've hung out. Rook, how are you?
John, I'm good. I was gonna say, we've got to get you a res. You can't be dead. There's PvP action tonight.
The amount of times that like people will see me like running around, because I only use this for this event, right? This character. But people, like, if I'm running around Limsa, like to get items or whatever, like I'll randomly get like a raise cast on me with a LOL tell. So,
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
No, it's so good. It's good to be back. I'm glad that you are generally alive. That's really important. That's very good. And that this awesome event is running still. It's so good to see everybody get excited about PvP. And especially now that we have FanFest on the horizon too, right?
Ooh, I know, right? Man, I'm glad to have you back. It's really awesome. You're one of my favorite commentators and Final Fantasy creator. Well, MMO in general. And speaking of MMOs in general, tell us, how was Gamecom and Creator Clash hyping up Midnight, the newest expansion for WoW?
I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm over here. I'm an invader. I'm secretly a spy for World of Warcraft. I love a lot of MMOs. I play a lot of MMOs, and I encourage everybody to also try different ones because there's so much to see. And Gamescom was amazing. I mean, Midnight is coming up. I mean, they've been showcasing the housing. They've been doing some kind of like low shots at Final Fantasy 14 about some of the housing features that are going to be coming with Midnight, which, like, fair. Their system is phenomenal, and we got to demo it live there, which was so cool. And I'm like, okay, 14, what are we going to bring in return? Because Midnight is looking so good, and the Creator Clash at Gamescom was so much fun. The reveal of the new trailer, the cinematic trailer for the expansion, and then, of course, getting to commentate some really cool PvE and PvP action. They flew out a bunch of teams, a mix of creators, and then also professional esports players between the different events, and we got to see a big showcase of a lot of stuff over the course of a couple days there. So absolutely amazing being there live, being there on the stage, like broadcasting to everybody. I still can't totally believe it happened, but it was absolutely wonderful, and it got me even more excited about FanFest next year.
Yeah, it looked like you were having fun. I watched a good portion of the stream. I was kind of cackling in my break room when they were talking about some of the housing stuff. It's like I know that I know that some of these are just a little bit elbow jabbish. A
little.
Yeah, I mean it looks pretty interesting, but we love to see our girl on the rise, so it was awesome seeing you out there.
No, thank you. Honestly, like Final Fantasy 14 is where all of my commentating started. and like it holds my heart. Like, I love getting to do the races. I love getting to do PvP. I'm brushing off a little dust tonight coming back in, but I genuinely love commentating and seeing everything that 14 does. So I appreciate everybody's support, because honestly, like, I wouldn't be here without 14. So I'm just glad that we can keep bringing that hype for all the games that we really love.
Yeah. We're gonna get hype here shortly. We're about to generate our first teams. Just got to get these last 2 sign-ups that just popped in, and we'll see what the bot has in store for us team-wise. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, Community Roulette is a weekly PvP gathering here on Seraph. We follow the ranked queue, so when the ranked season moves to another DC, we'll go ahead and follow it just to ease the burden of travel on people. But you come down, you send me a tell, I put you on a randomized team. We do a best of 3. Then we break the parties up, and then we do it again. And at the end, we give away a pretty cool prize. And tonight, we are giving away a chibi commission by the lovely Y-Mage. So, excited for whoever wins that one, because she does such cute artwork.
That's so good. That's so good. I love seeing, like, honestly, all the different art commissions. And I feel like with chibis in particular, they're so good now because everybody has started trading at official events or at conventions their Warrior of Light stickers. So chibi is like the perfect shape and size to then like make a sticker of as well if you end up going to an event.
I agree. Those stickers are really cool. So it's awesome when people trade them. When I was down at the concert a couple of years ago in London, the Distant Worlds, there was people actually trading their Final Fantasy 14 GB stickers. It was kind of cool.
It is neat. I know people that like have entire books of them, where they'll like keep books of everybody's Warrior of Light stickers that they trade, and have them. It's so lovely. I love just seeing everybody's different characters and how they kind of embody them. It's a special thing in the 14 community. I haven't seen any other MMOs really do that, unless I just don't know that they do it.
Secret sticker trades for WoW.
The black market sticker trading, right?
Like, I know that
WoW stole our housing and did it bad. They better not steal our stickers and do it bad.
I know that other MMOs and other gaming communities, they definitely have fan bases that do stuff like that. But I think that Final Fantasy in particular kind of has like bigger or more representative, like when it comes to like the self-made like stickers and merch trade.
Yeah, they definitely do. And like the energy to want to trade those things with each other, you know, like it's not just like, I don't know, just giving out some freebies or just like showcasing something cool about your character, but this desire that like everybody all does this and they like show and like talk about their characters and trade. It's so cool. I know I've been prepping my first like official Warrior of Light sticker for Gateway Fate, which I'll be guesting at later at this year. So if anybody's there, find me, because we'll be trading stickers. Oh, thank you. It's gonna be really cool. It's a fan convention here in the States. That got started.
I want to go one year. Last year I heard was really good.
Yeah, it was fantastic, honestly. But now we need to do a PvP tournament, is what I'm saying, John. While we're at Gateway Fate, they still don't have one.
Oh, they don't have one? Oh my god. See, I wish I could. I work Sundays and I cannot take Sundays off. Like it's so frustrating because like everybody holds tournaments on the weekends and like I can participate on Saturdays, but on Sundays like I literally can't take it off. Like unless it's like somebody in the hospital emergency.
I see. Well, you know, maybe there'll come an opportunity in future years.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
I would love to.
Maybe next year will be Saturday.
Hold on just a second.
Oh, Gideon said they tried to get a PvP tournament with Brian, but it got rejected.
No, that makes me so sad. Okay, well, we're gonna have to push more for it. Because I think that would be so much fun. It could just be that, I guess this is also a consideration, right? Because, I mean, when we get to play PvP like this, or we get to do cool community events like this, we can all tune in, participate, like, from our own home and setup. And when it comes to, like, trying to do something like that at a convention, of course, they have to get all of the equipment for it, have the computers, have the things for the players, have some sort of screen, have a hall reserved. So maybe if it's something that's, like, in their mind and they can, like, really early budget or anticipate for it, we could see some PvP action.
And the problem would also be the characters as well, because you wouldn't want to log into your personal account, because you never know. And Gateway's fate is final, but you never know. But you don't want to put personal stuff in a public computer, so they would then also have to make sure that they have PvP characters leveled up with every job, and you'd have to have different, probably pre-made characters for people to play while at the tournament.
Yeah,
probably...
interesting thought. Yeah, I guess you could, because you could try to just like make sure that the data isn't, held on and passwords aren't saved or things are cleared. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of considerations. It's definitely something where seeing PvP or seeing more like large scale competitive esports style entertainment for 14 it takes a lot more than people think sometimes to get it all together, especially if you're going to do LAN tournaments. That's always something that companies want to do, but then all the technicalities can be kind of difficult.
I remember the first FanFest where people were doing LAN tournaments while waiting to go into the event in 2016 at Vegas. That was an interesting experience. People were sat outside the gate like several hours before FanFest even opened, with their laptops and stuff like that, making LAN parties and stuff like that, doing games while waiting for FanFest doors to open in it was interesting. It was an interesting experience. And then they all got into trouble because they shouldn't have been there.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Well, you're not supposed to queue up for the doors to open like 5 hours before they open, so...
But people always are. They always will.
Oh, yeah.
Like, if there's any way they can, even at Gamescom, we saw people there at like the crack of dawn. We had our call times for like hair and makeup like 8 a.m. and people were already out there like 6 a.m.
Oh
no!
Yeah.
People
I believe it.
People
I
were starting to queue up at midnight. It was insane. Anyway. PvP time.
PvP, let's get to it. We've been talking about possible PvP, about all sorts of different potentials, but the reality is here. PvP is happening, and we get to be a part of it tonight with the community, and it looks like we're starting out on Cloud 9, Chili.
Yeah. What my most hated of all maps, in my opinion. I do not like Cloud 9 at all.
Even with the new ones?
Okay. It's very close between the new one and Cloud 9. Like, I've got to enjoy Red Sands now, but Cloud 9, I can't. With my ping and tornadoes, they seem to chase me. I feel like I could be anywhere on the map and there'll be a tornado underneath me. Like, I don't know. I seem to attract them.
No, I have heard actually that they programmed it in to hunt you down specifically. And I just figured that like probably you had worked that out with Square Enix, but knowing that that didn't quite happen.
I looked into the code and they said, if chili, then tornado spawn.
Exactly. 100%. And thankfully, you're not in. You're just commentating today. So we'll see if it locks on to any of our players on Astra and Umbra. But they are going to have to contend with these currents, the turbulent air, and everything else. It's a pretty short and decisive map as well once you kind of get to that corner point. So this one, it feels like, can always swing at a moment's notice.
But it's also a good map for getting back with the changes to the walls and stuff like that. It's also a good map to get like comebacks as well. Like even if you start losing, there are good ways to actually pull yourself back into the fight. So even if it seems like a start, really bad start, it doesn't mean it's going to end badly.
Oh, absolutely.
Oswald. Maybe I cursed them by saying what
Oswald had a bad end right there. Unfortunately, Citrus has closed the follow 2 down over on Umbra, especially with those tanks being taken right out at the beginning. Doesn't bode super well as they're going to have to now kind of try to regroup. Mistaken is not going to get that chance, though. Being killed on the retreat as Shizuko and Scotty try to just get back in a way where they can regroup.
They're doing their best to get back, and they just got a healing potion, but I don't know how much that'll help them right now. And yes, I don't think Scatty's going to get out. Scatty's trying to get back to base, but it's not looking good.
Not looking good indeed. Sir Oswald just keeps taking the brunt of fire out of resources and having to fall back around the corner. We have slows going out, Send Noodles being hampered and CC'd into oblivion, but staying alive, pushing forward. This snowman is not going to melt under this intense heat.
Yeah, Send Noodles is one of the best PV players that I know, and they are crazy good, especially as Paladin, so I'm not surprised that they've waited all the way. By the way, I don't know if you know, but they've changed how Purify works now. Purify now costs MP, but they also, in this region... Oh, look at that! Oh, Umbra, 3 people are now down on Umbra.
Over on Umbra. Yes, I liked those changes, right? Because again, MP, it made a little bit more sense to be used as a resource there, so that changing, as well as you'll notice that the potion timers are visible now so that they have an idea of when they'll be back up. Scotty taking a lot of attacks here, though not even that cover was going to save them. They are down, but we do have 2 limit breaks over on Umbra. If they get a chance to use them, Astra is not giving them a moment of rest.
But they're still hanging on, they're trying. I mean, mistaken, if they can get that White Mage laser out at the right spot, they could pull this off maybe, but it's not looking great right now. If they can just... And there's the wind! By the way, if you do get blown up in the air, if you can get the feather, you will reduce the damage taken. So there is that mechanic that you can do.
It is nice, and you get that bit of a buff afterwards as well. That White Mage limit break coming out from Rocky doesn't seem to get an immediate kill, but we do see this damage just chipping away over at Umbra. Scotty is trying to shield, trying to guard, but just manages to get around the corner, is pulled back. Send Noodles so close to death there, but manages to stay alive as they get Scotty down.
That was a close one for Send Noodles right there.
Very close. Oh, speaking of which, right now the attacks coming in and Noodles is down.
They are not liking her.
You know what? They realize that Send Noodles is leading the charge and vastly undermining them. So they're trying now to get a bit of a counterattack from Umbra over. Citra getting that nice cover, that guard out as well. We have a limit break over on Astra, Forgiven Vanity, looking to find a good setup for that as they are trying to figure out who is going to be able to get this crystal. And it looks like it is being pushed back right now, so Umbra's not out of the fight yet.
But also, Forgiven Vanity also has their limit break along with Raki Star. So yeah, and Send Noodles also. It could be interesting to see what Astra's going to do with all 3 of those limit breaks. And also, wait, one just went out. Forgiven Vanity just had their limit break go out. Mistaken has their White Mage LB still. Been a pretty close match so far. Who knows? Even Umbra could push this through again. As I said, this is a map where even if it looks bad, you can still have a chance.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, you can swing back at a moment's notice, and they are really trying to bring the fight over to Astra. Kuro is the one that they are currently going after. Citri chasing Kuro down across the bridge and around the corner, but we do have a death go out on Umbra in the meantime as their White Mage falls on the point. This is going to undermine them a lot, although they are getting their limit breaks over on Umbra's side very soon.
That summon of LB really helped them out a little bit, though, by defending the point while they were trying to take on everything else. So that summon of the limit break was really well done.
Yeah, very, very good. I mean, that limit break is great for that sort of area denial, being able to kind of give yourself a little bit of breathing room. Same with Sage limit breaks, right? But we are seeing that the crystal's going back across as one of those tornadoes coming for you, Chili, but thankfully we're able to avoid it. And they are pushing the crystal back towards Astra. If they can get around this corner, they will be well on their way to victory, but Umbra might have something to say about that.
Yeah, they still can push, you know, they're all up, you know, they've all got, as long as they've got limit breaks, you know, they can still defend the point as long as they can keep on the point and push it. It doesn't matter if they're losing right now. And as I said, they've lost.
A step off, and Astra will take it there. In that overtime, you have to keep somebody on the crystal or you will lose the match if it's not in your favor. So we see Astra win this first one, but I mean, Chili, that was a great start here. Like you said, the teams pretty evenly matched. Even though it seemed like Astra had a really strong opening, we saw that swing back as Umbra was starting to get a bit of a sense of what they could do to undermine some of that push, bringing Noodles down as much as possible and kind of undermining the rest of the support of the team.
Noodles was definitely a strong opponent in that team, so getting her down was probably one of the best moves they could do. So yeah, they did a good job, and you know, as you said, they swung back at the end. And now we're on Clockwork. What do you think of Clockwork? Do you like that map? Is that
Clockwork is actually it's my favorite. It's no joke, my favorite map. So many people, I think, would not say the same. But I really like some of the gimmicks that you can kind of pull off using the doors in clever ways. sort of faking people out on the tatami mats, trying to see if you can get those flips. And I think that some of my favorite, like, most exciting, most dynamic moments have oftentimes been on Clockwork, just because, like, sure, you can know how to play around it, but if you are really, really smart, you pull people into the radius of those mammoths, you do whatever you can, right? Like, there's a lot of ways that you can turn the tide of battle in that one in kind of fun or wild sort of encounters.
As a white mage, for me, is to trying to get a cheeky, like, the cheeky laser while they're on the mats to try and stun them in place. Like, that's one of my guilty pleasures with this map.
Me too. Me too.
See if anyone pull that off. Yeah, because I think we've got a white mage still. Yeah, Raki Star is a white mage. Let's see if they can pull that off, or stunning them in the place for the eye. You know, from the mammoths.
Yeah, right. I mean, as a fellow white mage, we've got, you know, totally no white mage bias on the desk tonight. But
not
white mage,
biased at all.
no, white
No
mage,
bias, no.
No.
not
But
at
it is
all.
the best. It's the best class. It's the best at everything.
Yeah.
It's powerful at both healing and offense. And yeah, that laser beam is something that we should just be able to blast full on anytime we want. But it does definitely help a lot here in this particular map. And I am really excited to see. Now, this is going to be our second game of our best of 3. And Astra has 1 point on the board. So Umbra, they have an idea. They had a strategy that was working out on the last map, but are they going to be able to land on the right side of the tatami mats here in our Clockwork Castle town, Chili?
Well, I'm gonna hope so. We'll see.
We will see.
So we will see. We're going through the middle, as always. Okay, well, Sen Noodles is being attacked, but Sir Oswald is low as well. No, Sen Noodles is down straight away.
Oswald tried to hang in there, but isn't going to make it, so they're going to trade a tank for a tank right at the start. But Umbra is giving Astra chase. Forgiven Vanity, extremely low, tries to backflip, is not able to get out there, and does go down. Now Rocky leaping into the fray here, going after Shizuko. Shizuko has been piggied and is down. A little bit of fried bacon I can smell here in the arena.
Delicious. But no, they've been trading recently, which is quite good. The fact they've been trading, you know, and that Mistaken is down. So, yeah, it's the same match so far.
Yeah, I mean, pretty wild, right? More trades coming in. Citri is going down over on Umbra. Back on the Crystal, they're trying to push this to the first checkpoint, but our Mammoths are going to come out and start moving across the field. We've got 2 deaths going down as we have a massive combo that goes out on Umbra.
Astra's really doing well at comboing their attacks on the single target, which is allowing them to burst them a lot faster, while it doesn't seem like Umbra's being as specific with their targets, which is, you know, and the fact that Astra has 2 tanks. Astra also has 2 LBs ready, along with nearly all the LBs in the array, to be honest. They just need to pick up the coins and they'll probably have them.
Yeah, this is huge. They're going to start unleashing them now. We see Sen Nudes unleashing that limit break, but taking huge damage even as they try to get a kill on Oswald. Oswald running around, but Noodles is the one that's going to have to fall back to the point. We have 3 limit breaks now popping off. Shizuko uses that Machinist one, gets the pick on Rocky immediately. We have the Reaper going out on Umbra, and Scotty's dropping down as well. Lots of damage going out, but Astra is hanging on by a thread, but they cannot. It is snapping. Noodles is gone. And Forgiven Vanity is taking a lot of heat.
Yeah, there's been a bit of trading. But both of them are quite low on MP, but Citra got their healing off. But there's a lot of money on the floor for picking up, which gives you the LB faster, which will help. Also, you've still got, as you said, the Mammoths going around now that will be a threat. So yeah, it's become a little bit more challenging now, but it looks like Umbra's starting to push back.
Yeah, Umbra's trying to get as much ground as they can. They want to get that up there on the board to try to match how far Astra was able to push it, because they were able to take it quite far. So Astra kind of playing it safe around the middle as Umbra has to come around the corner, but now we're seeing some of those doors fly out as they jump in to engage.
With that Reaper LB, though, Reapers can be one of the most deadly, I find, most deadly PvPers. I don't know since the changes, but they were incredibly scary before this patch. So yeah, with the Reaper with the LB, I would be really scared if I'm an Astra, especially with the white mage. And Sen Noodles is down. See, I told you
Astra,
Reapers are scary.
You're right. Reaper is reaping the souls of Team Astra right now, coming in to help lead that charge. I mean, yeah, Reaper can be so great for some of the opportunities you can set up and the way that you can also kind of polish things off for your team. But we've got a lot of focus fire going out on Oro. We also have that heavy slowing them down, but they're able to get around the corner and back towards the middle. We have some Tatami mats that are coming into play, but everybody's going to be able to get off of them and into the fray again.
And Mistaken is currently just wise manning the point, pushing it on their own, and they got it quite far without being noticed, which is pretty cool. They're doing a good job on that.
Yeah, they're definitely.
Looks like they've finally been spotted by Team Astra, though.
Astra has them in their sights. That White Mage Limit Break sweeping across the follow-up with Forgiven Vanity as well with that cross. The damage definitely had an impact as we see Umbra lose 2 in that crossfire. This is going to be an opportunity as Astra continues to try to polish them off, going after Citri next. Citri is just sort of stuck there getting the cover, trying to stay alive. Oswald having to go back across the mats. Still, Citri is contesting. Stunned though, and Slow is going to make it a lot harder as they fall.
But that was a really good cover by Sir Oswald right there. Like, it's very rarely that a player actually uses cover in the casual PvP match, so it's very nice to see it actually used in tournaments like this because, well, covers needs to be buffed in PvE as well as PvP. I like cover. I wish it was used more.
I agree. I think it's a really cool tool to be able to live that tank fantasy in a different way, and especially in PvP, it can be hugely crucial. But 10 seconds, the countdown is happening here and now. They have to stay on the point if Umbra wants to be able to contest this. Rocky goes down with that limit break unused. Mistaken, though, also down, coming back and spawning now, running back to the point. Sir Oswald dropping right there, trying to keep everybody up and moving. Aura Fight is taking a lot of focus fire, a lot of CC, not able to get quite around the corner, just makes it Tatami flat. The Tatami mat flip keeps him from going that way and will die on the point.
That's not good, but Astra's now pushing it, but, you know, Umbra still has a small chance until they get to that point. They've got a little bit of time to regroup and catch up and get back on there. Hopefully they can regroup and get back onto that point in time.
Hopefully so. This is a showdown of limit breaks as each team tries to see where they can get the best advantage. Stunning Sun Noodles immediately trying to get that kill to undermine, but we're going to have 2 go down on up as those limit breaks unleash upon them. This is terrible for them. Citri gets silenced and killed, leaving only Shizuko and Sir Oswald to try to contest, but Oswald cannot stand up to it, and Astra will take the
Astra wins.
Whew. Astra takes another game, but Umbra, they are putting up such a good fight, Chili.
Yeah, to be honest, both did good fights. Like, Umbra and Astra were incredible there. Like, the pushbacks on both sides, it was just a good match to watch.
Yeah, a good trade-off, right? And at that very end moment, I think it was just both of them kind of playing a little bit of chicken, like, who's going to try to do the limit breaks first? How can we play around them? How can we avoid what we know is going to happen? But with that opportunity, I think Astra, they just knew, you know what, we are just going to go for it. If we catch them immediately off guard, if we just get in there fast, then we will be able to take it, and take it they did. And so there it is. I mean, they take that best of 3 with 2 victories. Team Astra are winners. Thank you so much for jumping in for community play. I mean, we have a lot more games to come, but that was a great series to start things off with.
Yes, that was a good first start. Like, it was nice to see some playbacks. There was some good limit breaks going off. Like I said, the Reaper LB was incredibly useful. Reaper can be incredibly good at clearing AoEs, and also it's great with teaming up with other attacks. So yeah, there was some incredible plays by both players, by all players in that team.
Yeah, it was a really good first set of the night. I am pretty satisfied. Looking forward to more. Real quick, just wanted to say... Oh, wait, let me bring this back up. Shimori and DanLay88. Thank you guys for the follow so much. Glad you're here. Glad to have you. First time chatter, Isaac Thina. Welcome to the show. If you want to join in, come down to Seraph on Dynamis and send me a tell. And we'll get you. Elgo Jokun. El Gojo-kun? El Gojo-kun. El Gojo-kun, yeah. I know how to read. Thank you for the follow.
Python lover.
Let me see
I'm totally
here.
calling out Fury. By the way, I'm totally calling out Fury. Said I forgot to sign up someone's spectator mode. Fury, you can still turn up. You don't have to. You can come up and sign up now if you want to.
Yep, you can come sign up right now. I'm actually adding a whole bunch of names to the list right now because as soon as we got out of that, I got bombarded with sign-ups.
Let's go.
love to see it. Love to see it. I love seeing a bunch of people come out here to have fun beating the hell out of each other.
That's what really brings us all together, you know? Just a good community feeling.
Right? Nothing better. Nothing better. It's very, like, barbarian coded. I love it.
We're just all frenemies here.
Yeah, exactly. No, I love seeing everybody that comes out, community nights. It's so fun. And don't like psych yourself out. Feel free, get in here. You don't have to be like a professional player to come in, have fun. I love getting to commentate everybody, and honestly, some of like the most fun stuff happens in community games. So
oh yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah, you're not wrong about that.
One of the benefits is if you, again, this is optional still, but if you do want to join the Discord, there are voice chats for each team. And if you are new to PvP, there are often people that have played a lot of PvP that will help you and give you advice during the matches. But also, I'm just going to give them a plug as well. Brian Ricardo has been doing some PvP lessons. I don't know if he's going to be, when he comes back, he'll be doing it again, but I know that he was doing it for a while. He was doing some duo lessons, so please go check out Brian Ricardo, who does that as well, who's been teaching people PvP. But yeah, this is just a fun, casual night, although, as you can see, sometimes it can get a little bit more than casual, but the whole point is to have fun, and there are a lot of people here that will help you and teach you in all different ways if you do want to learn how to become better at PvP.
Yeah, there's lots of resources. So the community roulette Discord, it's not really a social Discord, it's just for this. But you know, if you have a question, just go ahead and ask it. We've got so many people that we can link you to for different things. We've had Merlin show up to a stream, end up helping somebody out that was brand new with resources. Key is here and is a regular commentator as well. I think we've had Key on like 4 times now. He has written really good guides. So yeah, just don't be afraid to ask for help. Just come out. If you're shy, you don't have to talk in voice chat. Voice chat's not required, but if you're shy, just join and mute yourself and just listen in. Because one thing that I've personally noticed from playing in light party team based, right, it changes the way that you think about your solo queue matches, and it improves you in your solo queue. Not gonna lie, one of the best things that you can do is to find a an event like this, or a group to play with that does scrims, like Rising Stars. They do regular scrims. Tamari and on, she has a Discord where they do regular scrims. It really makes you just a better player all around, and you make friends. So it's a win-win.
Yeah, and also all of this, right? Like, get in, have fun, learn, and don't be afraid that if you find that you have a lot of fun with it, if you get invested or involved in it, don't be afraid to sign up for FanFest or for the Crystalline Conflict tournaments that they run. It is always so much more fun.
I'll pass on that.
It's so fun. It's so fun to get to meet the teams, to commentate the teams. And I think so many people in the community get worried or nervous about like, oh, I couldn't sign up for something official. But really, they just want to see people that are excited to play PvP. And if you get in, you get a trip to FanFest. You get the badges. Right? You get things covered. You get your hotel covered. You get like a ton of fun moments. You get to be there with everybody. And I promise, like, at least on our side, when Lithy and I have done it, like, we just want to like chat with the team. We want to know everybody. We want to, hear about what you did in the game or how you got here. And really, that's like the spirit of it. So, get into it, learn PvP, but also don't be afraid to try for your region's like tournaments that Square Enix runs, because you might be surprised. A lot of times, less people sign up than I think would if they just gave themselves permission to go for it.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. They get they do get. They do get a decent amount of people signing up. However, a lot of people that sign up are going to be disqualified for some reason or the other. And what happens is we end up with, kind of like a small pool of the regulars that go through all of the community-run tournaments. Well, how did those guys get good at what they are, where they can, play up on stage at FanFest? By coming out to events and joining community tournaments. That's exactly how they did it. And so you could be that person. In fact, the people that won the North American tournament at FanFest last time, Wolfa's, like, they were just a group of friends that played together, and they found that they enjoyed it a lot and they were really good at it. So they started making other friends in the community and doing their scrims, and they got really freaking good. And then they were champions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I gotta agree with Merlin that Rook and Leaf are probably the best commentators in the scene right now.
No,
Seriously, I'm enjoying learning from you tonight. That's what I'm here for. I'm learning to get good.
No, we're having a fun, good time. I mean, honestly, all the commentators in the regions and anybody, people who come and commentate even for the community tournaments, like, it is so much fun to just see what everybody brings to it. And we are going to be bringing you all more PvP action. We're going to be getting into our next series. I'm very excited to see where it's going to take us, but we have some more folks coming in, Chili.
Nice. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, we're jumping into the Red Sands next, which is... I disliked this at first, but now I've got kind of used to it. Like, it's a fun... Just gotta watch out for the heat. The heat is dangerous. We're basically going to Vegas PvP.
Going to Vegas PvP. There we
This
go.
is NA FanFest 2024 PvP, everyone.
Yeah.
Get ready. It's gonna be miserable. No, it's gonna be great. It's
Anaheim's
gonna be
be
wonderful.
great. Yeah, Anaheim's gonna be
cannot
nice in
wait.
April.
I mean,
I'm looking forward to
did
visiting
any-
Germany for the first time.
Yeah, true, right? We're gonna have Berlin, which is awesome. Anaheim is gonna be so great. I'm so glad that they shifted it. But we're coming in Red Sands, and we've got a lot to prove here for both of our teams. They're gonna try and shake it up, and this is definitely one where it can again be a pretty swift, decisive kind of moment as you try to get it from that sort of checkpoint towards the end. It goes so fast there, but with some of the little curveballs that this map can throw you with the constant and persistent heat damage that you take when that solar effect is in place, and things like the buff that you can pick up in the Oasis, this map is definitely one where you can do some clever plays, and I think that, big aggressive pushes seem to pay off very well here, but if you play the long game on this map, and get that momentum right away and then kind of sustain it, it seems like teams can kind of run away with it.
But you also have the little bit of RNG with the pits as well, right? With the two pits from north and south, where they can sometimes either be a cactuar that hurts you, or the antlion that sucks you in, or you can have the buff. So there is some RNG with this map as well. It's not just like, you've got the sun heat. Oh, but look at the Aurify has been... Alyssa Hart is taking a lot of damage from the start. The Bard... By the way, Bard was incredibly broken for the last PvP season. Bard with the changes with Purify and stuff like that became... And then Alyssa Hart is down already. That was fast.
Yeah, very quick there. So that is going to be one down on Astra. They're trying to make it two, and they manage it over with Umbra taking out Fallen Dreams there. This doesn't bode well for the rest of the team. Mistaken, quickly going to fall after that as the group has to fall back and try to see if they can get a bit of momentum and jump back in. Meanwhile, Shimori leading out into the front is going to camp out by that Oasis to see if they can get some picks or cause a little bit of chaos to delay their regrouping.
Yeah, they're going to try and steal their Oasis to try and defend that. And Shimori is getting another kill, taking down Aurora already. It looks like they went in there as a group and they really pushed it. Now here's the RNG. Let's see what pops up. I think it might be Antlion. Oh, no, it's the Cactuar. They need to get out of the thing or they'll take damage as a group.
Right, so
one decided to use the shield.
Oh, Drexel's shield went down right as those went out, and he is going to fall to the Cactuar there. Now, this is going to free up Umbra to keep pushing forward, but they do have one down with that death. They're trying to get a little cheeky potion off. Mistaken coming back in towards the point is going to get tackled immediately and taken out by Umbra. Now, while they have a couple limit breaks over on Astra, they're not going to be able to make good use of them if they keep being on this back foot.
Aurify did try and push the crystal a little bit while they were attacking Mistaken, though, to try and get a little bit of leeway. But it looks like Aurify is down. He did try and do it, but it looks like it wasn't very lucky there. And now I think Fallen Dreams is limit break. So they've got a little bit of time, but it's not looking good for them right now.
Definitely not. We're getting that stagger. And the stagger when your team isn't able to fully come together and they're trickling in with the sort of timers, with release timers coming back, it makes it so hard to actually get everybody there for a push. Now we have this constant damage going out with a heat wave on everyone, which is just going to chip away further at Astra as Umbra just continues to harry them. Aura just absolutely relentless going after the attack. You're just trying to take people out one by one and managing to do it. And this is going to free it up so that without anybody on the crystal, Umbra will be taking it.
Yeah, the summoner pushed that while everyone else was busy with the group, so he was wise man in it that for the last bit.
Smart, okay, all right. Well, I mean,
isn't that the third win for Umbra tonight? Have I cursed Astra again? I think I cursed Astra last time I was on here.
No, Astra won the first. Astra won the first set.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, thank God.
Yeah, Astra won first.
Last time I cursed Astra, I think it was, and Umbra won nearly every match that one
Yeah,
night.
that was a rough night. That was a rough
everybody,
night.
You gotta ward off the chilly curse. Umbra, you're doing a great job. Keep up the momentum. But Astra, I mean, look, if you want to get in there and if you want to swing this curse in your favor, now's the time. But, I mean, tough, right? I mean, once you get staggered on that map, once you kind of lose the momentum, it just goes so quickly against you. And we really saw that Umbra had a really aggressive push and lead, really trying to keep Astra from being able to kind of get where they needed to or get on the crystal, which is the key to winning Crystalline Conflict, believe it or not.
Yeah.
Really? I thought from casual matches that the whole thing was just to run into corners and attack people. I didn't know it was actually pushing the crystal.
You would think that. You would think it would be hiding. But no, it is actually that the big crystal in the middle of the map is the thing you're supposed to push from one end to the other. So if you don't do that, you do just lose. Wildly enough. Sorry if this is a revelation to anybody, but it is true.
You know, I'm sure that it is actually a revelation to some people. I'm sure that it is. Real quick, before this match gets going, I need to do some reminding. So everybody that was participating last weekend in the PV Princesses Ren Fair, right now we're looking for highlight clips and favorite photos. So favorite clips and favorite photos from attendees. They've got some threads over in their Discord, the PV Princesses Discord. I'll have a link in chat in just a second. Get your favorite clips, get your favorite photos, submit them. They're all going to be turned into like a highlight reel later. So please do that.
I cannot believe that I missed out on PvP Princess Ren Fair. Are you kidding me, John? You should do it again next summer. You gotta no. If you're gonna do a PvP Princess Ren Fair, I need to be messaged immediately. I will show up in costume. That's such a fun idea. I love it.
We had plenty of costumes. It was 2 days of princess-themed events, Ren Fair-themed events. It was a good time. It was a lot of fun.
That's so cool. Funnily enough, that is the weekend that I myself was physically at the Ren Fair. So...
Yeah, there was a lot of people posting their IRL Ren Fair pics with their video game Ren Fair pics. It was a good time.
That's so fun. But even more fun, we are getting into our second match here. We are in Cloud 9. Now Umbra had a decisive advantage on the first one, and they are going to keep that momentum rolling, going for Elsie immediately. Fallen Dreams next in their line of fire and will fall. Their dream is unrealized. Aura fights as well. Umbra is just aggressive in how they focus down targets, and Astra has to find a way to rally and be able to push this back.
But yeah, I really feel like they're going for the Bard first because the Bard was incredibly scary. I don't know if it's changed much. I haven't really looked at much of the PvP changes. But Bard in the previous, because of the Purify changes, Bard with its MP drain and its silence and all its debuffs made Bard incredibly scary to play against, especially with certain other combinations such as the White Mage. So I can understand why they're going for Alyssa Heart as soon as possible because they do not want the counterplay from the Bard.
Yeah, I mean, you want to make sure that you can take out those sort of key players, which is exactly what Astra is trying to do here as they attempt to get a little bit of damage. But the Feather is going to be on the field and the toss-up is happening. We have several Drexel not able to get the feather, but running around to try and get a little bit of burst of speed and a potion is able to stay alive. Over on Astra, Elsie is just now coming back, and Shimori is taking a lot of damage. They're trying to hunt him down around the corner with such a sliver of health, barely able to get away. We've got limit breaks dropping down over from Keyleth onto the group, but Aura Fight and Mistaken all the same are going to be the ones taking the most amount of damage, unfortunately, as even with that close call, they are going to have 2 down on Astra, but 1 over on Umbra has also fallen. 2 now.
2 now, yep. Keyleaf, yep. 3 now. Fallen Dreams is down as well. They are trading a little bit, but it's not looking good right now. They are trying to swap between people on the point with the shield to try and keep it from moving too far, but it's not looking great right now. But they are trying.
They're trying. Look, that's all you can do when you're in a match like this. Just don't give up. See if you're able to get some purchase. This map swings so quickly, so if they can just manage to get together, and they have a bit of an opportunity here with Direxel down on Umbra waiting for that. They're going to push this back across the center. We have a little bit of an attempt to try and slow them down here as they are now in combat once again with Umbra. Aura and Koyaki are just like duking it out over here by the potion. Keyleth, meanwhile, taking huge damage on Astra, having to try and run back, gets that potion, and now is going to try to regroup with Ever. No, actually, is going to stay back here to try and get a pick so that they can get a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah, I think Keyleth is going to try and get their potion off, but Mistaken is currently trying to hold the point, and that did not go well, as I said. I'm sorry, I feel like I cursed you there. I'm very sorry. Keyleth has got back a little bit and got some shields. Aura Fight is not looking healthy. Oh, I need to shut up.
Everybody, please avoid Chili's curse at all costs. Astra, close your ears. Don't listen. Turn off the broadcast. Umbra now swinging the crystal back, heading towards the point. They already got the checkpoint there, and they are going to go absolutely wild here, trying to get it to the end. They have 1 limit break in their favor. Aura Fight is already down on Astra, but now just coming back in. Can Astra contest it here? It's going to be hard as Umbra pushes towards the point and is trying to just take them out while the crystal is pushed through the back.
Fallen is trying to take on the summoner right now, but Fallen is currently stunned and is not looking healthy, but they might be able to, if they can get their, I think they got their limit break off, which will help a lot. We will see. Mistaken is up. Mistaken is getting some damage off. Keely's down, but they're looking okay.
Okay, great. Chili, I'm gonna need you to just be quiet for a second. 2 people died when you said that. So, again, Chili, maybe he's back a little bit on the first swing. That would be great. Wind is up, and we have everybody falling down, plummeting. We've got the follow-up there with Limit Break coming out on the point. We have a lot of damage going out, but Astra, unfortunately, even with the spawn advantage, is just barely holding on right now. The crystal is almost to the point. It's coming in. Umbra is almost there. Keyleth tries to duck onto the point, but hops back off. And Umbra is going to take this. That gives them 2 points in our best of 3, which means that Umbra has won this set. So our first series going to Astra, second to Umbra. Chili, I think even with your cursing that particular match, things are staying a little bit more balanced than some of the previous times you've cursed in one team's favor.
It's been a really good balanced match tonight, actually. There's been some nights, well, not just when I'm on, by the way. There's been some nights where it's been a bit one-sided, but tonight it's quite balanced recently. Both sides have been doing an incredible job. Not saying that the previous nights, that even when, but sometimes it feels a little bit unbalanced. But tonight the balance seems really good, but everybody is putting in their A game right now. And Snark says 6 Umbra chilmality.
Chillamity. That's so good. No, I mean, honestly, both teams, great job there. Umbra had that point of aggression where they just immediately would just right off the bat dive somebody, focus as much fire as possible, and then before you knew it, it was almost impossible for Astra to be able to get the full team right there to really make a good stand. And when those moments come up, when you have a really aggressive team, I feel like you either just try to preemptively punish the person that kind of leads that charge, or just do anything that you can to try to put them at the disadvantage for a really early kind of engagement like that. Lock them down, CC them, prepare, try to undermine who might be leading that. But it is so hard when you have a team that has that level of aggression. So Astra, great job hanging in there. You fought to the very end. And honestly, that's what PvP is all about. So, come back for more. Maybe you'll get your vengeance Someday soon.
That's right. Get vengeance. Real quick, we've got to thank Mr. Snark for gifting a sub to Merlin, gifting a sub to Rook. Thank you, sir. Julian.
Thank
Kaidien, however you pronounce your name, I apologize. Welcome and thank you for the follows. Glad to have you here. Gotta hook up the homies. That's right, Snarky. That's right, Snarky baby. Yeah, I like that. I like that joke. That actually made me laugh earlier at the 6th Umbral Calamity.
It was very good. Snark, thank you so much. Yeah, you are a real homie. We really appreciate it. That's what gifting subs makes.
It's amazing.
Real homie status.
Alrighty, I'm generating the next teams now, so just stand by for just a second, everybody.
Alyssa Hart, you will get your vengeance. I believe you. You will get your. You will redeem your You will. Trust me. If you keep coming back, and trust me, as you keep coming back, and there's a lot of people keep coming back every week, we can see the skill level rising. A lot of people are coming back and learning what they did last week, and they're improving. I've seen a lot of improvements. The level of PvP at this event has just risen with every show. And again, big shout out to John for hosting this, but also a big shout out to everyone who turns up. Seriously, if it wasn't for the community turning up to this event every week, there wouldn't be anything. So seriously, thank you so much for supporting us, and thank you to John for hosting this. Seriously, this is always the highlight of my week.
Well, thanks for coming. I'm glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad to have you.
No, it is really great. And yeah, Elsie, you know what? I'm going to send you a little something, and it may or may not be a chili cursing, like, protection ward. So just keep that with you. It's like a warding scale, but rather than primal influence, it just protects you from chili curse influence. So keep that on you, and I promise these matches are going to start turning around. And I mean,
yeah, that was pretty funny. You're like, Chili, I'm gonna need you to stop. You said that and 2 people died. So going back a little bit too. Sorry, I was muted when I was, working the camera, just listening to you guys. I feel so bad for poor Directional. He had that happen to him with the cactus a few weeks ago, and we got a clip of it. He was trying.
So
It's so unfortunate, but it's so funny too. I'm sorry, brother. It was so good.
There. We have all been there where it's like, oh, the thing is going to happen in the arena. The toss-up is going to happen on the tornadoes. The needles are going to shoot out from the cactar, and you're like, I shall pop my guard, and you pop it, and then you're like, I did this at the wrong time, and then you're like immediately dead. So like, sometimes it's just a little too soon, or it just is like the perfect timing where you get caught on one side of the server tick and you're down. But it was very funny, I will say that. I really enjoyed that. So
good times every week. I love it. I love it so much. Oh boy. So we're just waiting on one person, right? I think. Yeah, we're just having.
We're just having some technical difficulties, I think, right now.
There we go. We got them. And then we just need one more caster in the spectator party, and we'll be good to go.
Who could it be? Who wouldn't be in the party already?
Not calling you out or nothing, but get in here.
Look, trust me, I've been like in a I've been, I've done this as a competitor, and I've been in the same team like 3 or 4 matches in a row, and then I'm chatting away in the Discord, and they're like poking me because I hadn't actually rejoined the team because I forgot it disbanded. I'm like talking like I'm already there.
So, Snark, you know what? I don't know if today's going to be the day Ash defeats the wheel, but so to catch you up on that real quick, Rook, we spin the wheel at the very end to award the prize, right? And one of our good homies, Ash Emir, has been at the event almost every single week since we started it up, and like over, I would say like 4 or 5 times. The wheel has just squeaked right past his name and selected the next person, so now it's just become a community meme that Ash does not get selected by the wheel ever.
Ash, I'm gonna manifest this for you. I'm gonna manifest it. I believe this is going to be the time. So we're going to make it happen. Chat, give Ash your energy when the time comes, but also give the teams your energy as we get ready for another series. Now, we've seen, gosh, let's see, Cloud9. We have seen Red Sands. We've seen Clockwork Castle. We haven't seen any Palystra action tonight, Chili.
Which is my favorite map. I'm very boring, but that is my favorite map just to chill on with PvP. I'm sorry. I like all the other maps. They're all fun and all, but the Palystra, I just enjoy the basics of... There's a crystal in the middle. I have to push it to the other side, and I don't have to worry about anything else. So yeah,
Well,
I'll admit Palystra is probably one of my favorites.
I love...
As a standard match, should we say.
I love that. I love that. Look, Palystra is a great map, and it's one that I think really lets the teams kind of showcase what they can do without any of the sort of additional stuff that can be thrown at them, right? But we are going to be on our newest map, actually, Bayside. So this is one that, I mean, is maybe a little bit spicier than Palystra.
Yeah, this is, you were talking about how at the start of a match can really... Sorry, I'm distracted by the fact that I got 4 tanks for a second there. But you were talking about the fact that the start of a match can really impact the fight. I feel like with Bayside, if you win the first push, there's a huge chance. I find there's not much chance for getting a pushback with this map. It's very... if you win the first push at the start, the first match, there's a huge chance you're going to win the match. Again, there is a chance, but I feel like this is a very star-heavy map. Like, you need to make sure you get a good push at the start.
Absolutely. I just want to take a second here, Aries Sadler, to call you out directly. Your card, your picture, your portrait, and also your glam, top tier. This is some Elizin Eleganza, and I love this. Now, will our tanks be able to put up a stone wall to lock down and ground their team? Or are we going to see this tank versus DPS clash go the way of Astra? We'll see how it goes, but right off the bat, we have CCs flying and huge damage on Astra, Chili.
I just like the fact that they've got one of each tank. Like, I find at least they skilled out properly, but and Shimori is down, but can they trade? It looks like, oh yeah, the Machinist Koyako is also down, so they've traded 1-for-1 tank for Machinist. I say tank for Machinist like they don't have like a 1,000 other tanks on their side. Eri the Bard is also down, but yeah, as I said, this is incredibly important to get the good start push at the start. Also, it's nice to see Director Fury here.
Yeah, you know, I'm really surprised he was able to take a break from his very successful series and come over here, but good to see him.
Maybe he's a Skrull. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe. We have no idea. Meanwhile, back on the point, Eri here kind of holding it down, getting attacked by Sylvie and Koyaki as well. They're kind of dancing back and forth on the point, but we're seeing actually a lot of deaths go out on Astra. This huge tank push that we've got over on Umbra does seem to be working out for them, even with the kind of focused DPS power that Astra brought to the table. Now, of course, they did that with, you know, some of those ranged physical classes, which is a little bit more situational, but as we start getting limit breaks here, Chili, I think we're going to have to see who's able to actually make the best use of them, because we got a lot of defensives over on Umbra, but a lot of attack on Astra.
It really depends. Oh look, Director is down, Sylvie is down, okay. I was about to say a sentence there, but they completely finished me off before I could finish the sentence. What I was going to say is if the Paladin covered one of the other tanks while they do their slightly more offensive DP, that could also be good with the Paladin invincibility. But it doesn't look like they need that right now. They've taken 1 down, but they've also taken 3 down on the other team.
They really have. These tanks are out for blood. I said earlier that Umbra's got the defense, Astra's got the offense, but I think Umbra just has defense and offense. They are absolutely laying into Astra, and Astra is struggling to keep themselves in the fight. Director Fury had that guard up, but immediately gets yoinked off the point and down. Sylvie trying to just contest the crystal here. But much like their portrait where they were kind of laying on the ground, it looked like their body is laying on the ground here. And now as they go down to this assault from Umbra, Umbra is hugging close, but even that guard that Ares popping on the point right now is not going to help. That yank immediately coming through from the warrior, pulling them off the point and killing them. And this is going to allow Umbra to win. No amount of contesting was able to stand up to them. These tanks are on a roll, and they are out to prove that they are not just defense, they are full on attack, full on damage as well.
You can also see there what I mean by the fact that once you start pushing on that map, it's very difficult to push back. Like once you start steamrolling the opponent, it's very hard to come back with that map. Like the start in the middle is very incredibly important for the entire. I think that is a key point. Like unlike the other ones where there's a lot of other spots where you can kind of defend, it's very difficult with that map with the movement and all the different ways to get to the point. It's a little bit more challenging.
Yeah, I mean, some of the maps kind of go that way, right? Depending on the areas where you may have harder areas to push, where your kind of respawn point or so the choke points that lead you back to those corners or rounding them can just be really punishing. Open like alleys or avenues that the opposing team might just have as you're trying to push into their territory. They can really make a difference in the layouts. And I think on those maps that are a little bit trickier, your kind of strategy and how you're going to be really aware or even try to like bait out limit breaks or other things like that are really important in those areas where it's just a little bit murkier. But Chili, you got your dream come true, the Palestra. We're going to be going to your favorite map next.
Yes. Before we move on though, but yeah, that map is good. And just remember though, the fact that although we're talking about it like this, remember the map is kind of semi-new compared to the other ones. So eventually people may learn better strategies and better plans for that map. So but the reason why I like this map is because, let's go straight to this. The reason why I like this map is because it's very basic and simple. And although it's not as exciting as the other maps, it's a good way to learn how your teammates play. So if you're starting a group together and you're doing PvP for the first time as a team, I think this is one of the best maps to start because you don't have as many distractions. It's a very simple, there's still the speed line, there's still the open points, there's still choke points, but it's a very good map to practice teamwork.
Absolutely. Very, very good map for it. And I mean, this will be a bit of a more even playing ground on either side, right? And after seeing what these tanks are going to bring to the table, Astra, hopefully, you know, they've sort of figured out what they might want to do to contest this. I mean, we did see a swap over there, Sylvie going for that Sage. So bringing in a little bit more support, bringing in some of that area denial and a lot of the damage capabilities, honestly, still that Sage brings that can kind of help follow up with some of the teams. So we'll see if they're able to stand up to the tanks a little bit more. But it is going to be a tricky one here. Astra needs to get this win if they want to stay in it. Otherwise, this one will go to Umbra.
Well, that was the Bard went down quite fast there. They really pushed, the tanks really pushed theirs. They really knew who they were going for. But Shimori's not looking great either. But I think they got covered, so they got their elixir off. So they didn't quite get a trade there. But they got close. But the White Mage's Raki Star is also dropping. But it looks like the Machinist is getting a bit low.
Oof, low and down. Koyaki is taken out. They're already getting this stagger. Umbra is trying as much as possible to get those deaths to trickle. Now trying to face off here on the point as we have some attempts. Sylvie having to run to get a potion. Director Fury going to contest on the crystal and on the point to try and delay that checkpoint from being sort of ticked off. But Director Fury is the one who's going to take the punishment for it as they are killed and pushed off. Sylvie as well getting hit by that White Mage limit break coming out from Rocky.
Yeah, that was not... And it looks like the Bard is being chased down as we speak. Erivas is not looking... And I did curse this... You know what? I really should stop talking. Belladonna is also down. It really looks like that... But as you said, they are staggered. They're using the fact that they've got the HP and the tankiness and the defensiveness as being tanks to try and stagger the deaths so that way they're not all popping up at the same time. So they've got the advantage on pushing it while the other team either tries to rush in to defend or tries to wait until they're able to group up together, which with Raki Star wise man into the point is not looking great for them right now, though.
Not looking great at all. It looks so not great, in fact, that Umbra is going to win it. And this will be their second victory in the series, and in our best of 3, that means that Umbra has taken the whole thing. Astra, you did the best you could. It was hard, though. Those tanks with their lockdowns, their shutdowns, their huge health pools. It is not easy to be able to really get the focus fire that you need to take them down, especially when they are on the offensive to such a degree. But Umbra, well done. It was, one, your portraits were great, your glams looked great, and also your gameplay, absolute power. So well done, very powerful.
Yeah, you did an amazing job for what you were going up against, an incredibly insane team that you would never, not normally see 4 tanks, especially when all 4 tanks are individually different as well. They
Like-
went as each tank, which was insanely. Yeah.
Yeah, like Merlin said, the wall.
The wall.
Oh,
So
wow.
we did see, like, we've seen it more commonly with the 3 tanks, and so people lovingly and jokingly call it the 3 big guys comp, but that was the 4 big guys comp.
4 big guys comp. I mean, yeah, the energy was there, absolutely. I would not want to have to walk up and face the 4 big guys. Like, that'd be tough.
I mean, I'm a Lalafell. That's just basically any competition that I enter.
That's true. Me standing next to you, I count as a big guy, pretty much.
Yes.
Very
I'm having
small.
to stand on something just to be head height.
It's okay. Lalafells can
I
get
mean, that's
where
something
it hurts.
basic.
They can go for low blows.
true.
They can bite your ankles, They can get that Achilles heel.
That they
Or I could
can.
just curse you.
Or they can curse you, as we found out with Chili. Chili, I really liked the point in the last game where you were trying to call out, you were like, oh no, I'm cursing. And then you were trying to call out the deaths as they happened, but they were happening so fast after your curse that you literally couldn't even form a sentence. You were just like, and it, the curse, and just...
Look, this is my problem with me doing shoutcasting. Like, I don't know what I'm bringing into the table. I don't know how I'm doing this, but yeah, this is the second time in a row. I
Brutal.
promised that I need to find some way to stop this. I don't know how, and I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to shout at you-know-who to win the prize because I'm worried that if I do...
It's okay. You know what? I already did the shout on that one, and we'll see what happens.
Thank
Of
you.
course, everybody will be entered in with the, at the end of the night. But, good ones still, all the same. Swift, it's hard when you're up against a team that just really knows what they want to do with, like, a comp that they have. And when you come in with all those tanks and you're just immediately like, all right, let's do this, difficult to stand up to. So good job, Astra, honestly. You tried to make some adjustments, tried to see what you could do, but it was going to be a very difficult one to topple, for sure. Those tanks seemed to know how to just lock it down.
You beat the hardest PvP, which is yourself. So seriously, congratulations on trying at least, because sometimes... No, it really is. If you're in a team where you've lost a match, it's very hard sometimes, even if you know people, that the second time, to still push yourself and still improve and try and counter someone. Sometimes you have to beat yourself before you can, attempt the second time. So the fact that you tried and changed your strats and tried to push with the next match shows that you having a lot of skill and a lot of courage, and I really hope that you can get some wins in the future. And
That was so poetic, Chili.
talk about a lot of wins. There's a lot of gifted subs in the chat. If John wants to take
Wow.
over for a second.
Oh wait, hold on. I'm still tied down with teams. Hold on, let's see.
Okay.
Oh,
I got you, I
Rocky
got you.
gifting 5 subs. Thank you, Rocky Star. Thank you for coming out. We're glad to have you playing with us. Appreciate the subbies. Just so you guys know, when you financially support the stream, it just turns around and gets put back into the event. We pay the casters a share of all subs. We use it to hire more artists for more prizes to give away. So yeah, we appreciate the support. Thank you again.
Thanks, Rocky, literal legend. Absolutely amazing.
Thank you, Rocky.
I love seeing everybody out for the event. I also love that when it started raining, everybody busted out their umbrellas, but I'm just sitting here getting rained on in my helmet. Hold on, let me, 1 second.
Here you go.
An accessory out. Oh, Chili, thank you. Chili has moved over to use his Lalafell perch to
No.
get me under the umbrella.
Animation, no, don't do it. I want to keep it up.
Now, hear me out. What if there was a PvP arena in the future where partway through the whole floor either turned to like slip and slide water or like the ice floor effect, and then you had to ice
that'd be cool.
around? What do we think?
We were
Is it
actually
ice on?
asking for that. Like, we were like, oh man, what if it's an ice level? We need an ice level. We didn't get it.
They
that would be
side, but when they
absurd.
showcase the beach and all that lot, I know it will sound weird, but because it's near the beach, I know it really isn't that far into the sea. But anyone ever played Sonic Adventure, and you're having to run away from that giant whale? I don't know why, but I was hoping, like, for some reason, that one of the environmental thing would be like something like a dolphin jumps across, and you got to one team has to try and avoid the dolphin that's going down one of the lanes, and that lane becomes unusable by being chased by the giant whale / dolphin, or maybe a shark or whatever. Just something, dangerous.
I think that would be super fun. I'm kind of disappointed they didn't do it now, but maybe on the next one, we might get it.
Maybe
We
it
could
jumps
do it
across
again.
or something like, kind of like how the mammoths go around the map. Like occasionally these sharks jump across the bayside platforms.
I love that. How about a PvP arena that has one section where at various points if you're in it, you just get like demon walled in, and then the walls start to close in. And
As long as there's no bees, I'm okay. As long as there's no bees.
Look, there's so much potential for what they could do. There's so much. But I was really glad to see that they released this new arena, this new map. Crystalline Conflict has been so much fun, and a lot of the quality of life updates that you were pointing out, we were talking about a little bit earlier as well, Chili, have been so nice for the game mode, not to mention duo queues, which is so fantastic. So many people have been asking to group with friends. So if anybody hasn't jumped in for a while, or you were kind of turned off because you wanted to play with somebody but you couldn't, definitely check that out, because in everything except for ranked now you can pop in, you can go in with a friend and you can give it a shot, or you can do nights like this where you can come in with lots of folks and have fun, because I think it's well worth it.
Also, if you have missed a few seasons of PvP in the past, remember they have started selling the Battle Pass stuff with wolf marks. Well, no, Trophy Crystals, sorry. Trophy Crystals, not wolf marks. So if you do have missed some of the previous PvP Battle Pass series rewards, should I say, you can now go purchase them with the Trophy Crystals if you do want to purchase them. So you can catch up if you have missed those. I think it's up to Season 4 currently, so it's a bit behind. But if you haven't been around for a while, or if you're new to PvP and you haven't bought them in the past, then, you can now go catch up. And also remember, you do still have the current series pass where there's some cool outfits, there's some cool minions. So yeah, if you remember, get work on your series pass.
I need that dragon mount. I ground so hard. I was so busy during that season. And I got to like the last days and I was like, okay, all I'm gonna do is PvP. I'm gonna get the dragon mount. I was one rank behind when the servers went down.
No.
So I am waiting. I'm waiting for it to come back. But it is really great because there's so much stuff to get. The battle passes offer so many things, even just in addition to the crystals that you get, or the currencies that you get. And they just added these great new sets for PvP as well that so many people are putting together the cutest looks for. So get your glam so right, get a lot of stuff, get some cool emotes, get the dragon mount if you're me when it comes back.
I wish you the best. I think it's soon, hopefully. It's a cool mount.
I just love the mount, and I love the little tidbit of lore they released with it. So as a dragon lover, it really felt like I failed my duty, but one day I will once again have a beautiful dragon to soar the skies with.
Dragons are cool.
Thank you.
Dragons are very cool. Big fan of dragons. Geostigma, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream.
I'm so glad that tonight in the PvP competition, we could all agree that dragons are cool. I feel like we all came out of this winners, whether or not you won your matches, you lost your matches. But no, really, this has been so much fun, and I'm so glad that everybody has come out. Thank you to everybody watching, participating. We're going into our next series here. We're going to be jumping in for even more action as we once again return to the Palestra, Chili's favorite, now with some fresh mixed up teams to see what they're going to bring to the table. So let's check it out, Chili.
Yeah, they've got a bard on this team and a dancer. So Noodles is back, but from what I've heard, Umbra has 2 bards. And I said, yep, they've got
Whoops.
2 bards.
Oh, all right. I love this. Okay. I also see that Atlantis character cosplay. Thank you so much, Kiragagash. Love it. But you know what? Elsie has gone warrior this time instead of bard. So Elsie, maybe this time you can be the one bringing the pain. Hold on to that anti-chili curse scale that I gave you. Cling to it because you might need it. Hug it. But yeah, we've got a couple bards.
Oh, one second.
I think we're remaking.
We're going back out, it looks like. I think we're remaking.
Yeah, we're gonna remake it.
Someone on Archer or something.
Yeah, we got somebody that's...
I see instead of bard. Maybe that's a strat. Come on. Maybe this is heretofore unseen PvP high-level strat.
Well done, Archers. Well done, Astra. You win.
My bad, everybody. I took a quick look and I missed the double bard. So, okay, now it looks like we're good. Oh no, wait, no, we're not. We've still got 2 bards on the team here. So Kitaga, Cash, and Koike. Somebody's got to change their clothes, and then we'll go again.
Go to the locker room, change your clothes, come back here when you're ready to fight. I have to say, the idea of like everybody gathered up and like canonically, like you have the teams hitting the locker room and then like coming out in their team colors and like it's good. It's good.
Well, John actually makes different team names for the matches as well, which is kind of cool. So.
Oh yeah, I didn't do it this time.
But for often he makes different team names, so which is kind of cool and adds to the immersion. But so still have 2 bards. I mean, they could even respond by having everyone become bard. 66 bard off.
I would love that. Can you imagine the cacophony, the sheer just wave of sound that would come from bard versus bard?
4 bards, 1 dancer. It's 4 bards playing songs and that 1 dancer in the corner.
Oh man, I mean, it's been interesting, right? So, Chili, with like your perspective, we had obviously with Dawn Trail, 2 new classes join the fray in PvP. But how do you feel that they've kind of affected the comps and the scene with Picto and Viper?
I think like Viper has brought an interest in with because Viper has a lot of single target burst and can really chase down the target from what I can tell with Viper, and then Picto has with the painting and stuff like that has a lot of AoE potential. So when the people are grouped up, a Picto monster can really punish people for grouping up too much, while the Viper can also punish you if you spread apart too much. So it's interesting to see. You really have to play around based on the different play styles.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know right at the start, just Picto's unleashing on everybody. It was like absolute carnage. But it does seem like things have kind of shaken out a little bit, right? I think maybe a lot of folks were kind of anticipating that those classes would be hugely dominant throughout like all of Dawn Trail or just something that we'd see a lot of play. But I like seeing that folks still are coming back to the classics so that some of the balance shifts, like you were even pointing out with Bard, right? Have kind of affected things on and off, which is also a lot of fun. Classes that you might not play all the time can play very differently in PvP, and the ways that they can shine definitely, kind of fluctuate or change or, have some really cool features. But we're getting in. We have remade. We do not have double bard. We have been able to balance things out. We're back in the Palestra again for the first of our series here. Looking pretty much, I'm looking over. Okay, so we've got some strong DPS over on Umbra. Do you think that's going to give them the advantage over Astra?
Well, we've seen how important tanks can be, and tanks do have a tank and a scholar, so they do have the balance of both healer and tank, versus not really having a tank on their other teams. So depending on if they focus them down, that could still give them an advantage in Astra. So it would be interesting to see what happens here, whether the tank will be the advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
I find a tank is even having just 1 tank can be really good for the team.
Absolutely. And I mean, with some of the combos or things that you can set up, especially with Warrior, right? Chaining people on, off the point, all of the lockdown, the damage, the follow-up that you can kind of do, or just that general kind of leading the charge in the engagement. And they are engaging right now. Immediately, we've got heavies hitting Elsie and Merlin, but they are able to fight through it all the same. We've got a lot of damage going out. Citri trying to fight Director Fury, though, is going to be the first one to fall over on Umbra. Back towards the point, Julian's kind of hovering around it, but the battle is really heating up just off. Moving now over towards Koyaki, getting chained and pulled by Elsie. Elsie's trying to get that kill, but is not able to get that full damage out. But Citri is the one taking a lot of damage. He's going to get stunned, not able to get the potion, running away, and just gets clear.
Well, Citri just got away there. What I was going to add on is the fact that also Nishimon is playing Monk. Monk is really good at poking from behind. Like, Monk is very good at trying to take out the healers or the bards, because they've got a lot of ranged attacks in Astra. So the Monk with can be very good at sneaking around and attacking while they're not looking. And Eric, the bard got taken down as I was saying that. But yeah, and both bards have actually been taken down, one on each side, which is balance, I guess. But as I say, samurai can bring a lot of burst damage, while the monks can be very good at doing little pokes from behind and running away with all their defensive abilities while also doing some damage.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see Koyaki trying to do exactly that to Merlin. Merlin coming out of the chat to fight here in the arena. And this crystal really hasn't gone very far in either direction. They have been pretty equally pushing it. Sendnut pops the guard, moving back towards the crystals. Astra tries to change that and push it up towards this first checkpoint. Sendnut's playing around the corner, trying to keep an eye to support the team. But Citri is going to go down over on Umbra. And Director Fury has this limit break, but is taking huge damage, gets silenced and killed.
Yeah, that was not lucky for Fury, but with his limit break ready and with some other limit breaks building up, maybe they can get some pushback after this, but for now they just need to just calm down, relax, and stay back a little bit. But Merlin is the only one on point right now with Julian and Kidaka. I'm sorry if I butchered your name, but yeah.
Kita is the shortened version.
Let's just go with Kita, I'm sorry.
But we've got a lot of effects going out. The Reaper limit break hitting as that fear sends Astra scattered. Noodles falling back a little bit down, but leaping back into the fray, going after Director Fury, managing to get that pick. Umbra just cannot seem to get their bearings as Astra is finally getting this crystal pushed up into the first checkpoint and pushing to beyond. But they are taking a lot of damage as they get laid into. Citri doing a lot of work there, but taking a lot of punishment in return as Citri's going to fall, and Aerie as well on Astra, trading 1-for-1 on either team.
Yeah, the Scholar is also, Merlin is also low in mana, is not looking healthy right now. While Umbra still has like a full health, but yeah, full MP and full resources right now. So they look like they can keep and push for a bit, but it's not looking good for both teams. It looks like Koi is trying to push back, and Koi is down. They're trying to run away for a little bit there, but it looks like he got chased down by the other team.
Oof, you know, you try and get that target pick, and they absolutely went for it. Merlin, speaking of which, just manages to get that potion, but was slowed in trying to fall back around, or heavied in trying to fall back around the corner. Manages to get a little bit there, and is going to try to fix that mana problem with an elixir. Back over on Umbra. Citri immediately falling there. We have limit breaks flying and deaths going out. But over on Umbra, they've got some resources they could use, but unfortunately they're not getting a chance as they just get absolutely picked one by one by Astra.
Yeah, they're being very well focused down right now. Astra is targeting really well each team, and they're staggering the kills so that they're not being able to regroup, which is giving them the major advantage right now. Astra also nearly has the Scholar Limit Break. Dancer Limit Break is ready. Dancer Limit Break is a good way to push them off the field by standing away from the crystal and making them dance towards you. So the Dancer Limit Break could be quite dangerous here for them. So, but the Fury with the Reaper, it'll be ready to counter that with fear.
Yeah, they're going to have to see who's going to be able to line these up to the greatest effect. The crystal is swinging back a bit here, but mostly because Astra was lying in wait. Elsie trying to get that pull, isn't able to, leaps in to get the stun instead. We have limit breaks sitting and ready, but who's going to pop them first? Director Fury might not get the chance if he can't stay alive. Gets the potion there, comes back towards the point. We have limit breaks on Astra, finally unleashing as damage rains down. Julian and Director Fury immediately falling there, which is not going to be good as Kita also with that heavy. We've got 10 seconds on the clock as it counts down. They need to keep somebody on the point, but Umbra is not going to be able to. Astra so cleverly waited to time those until the overtime was in. Guard popped on Koyaki though, so it's not quite over. But now it is. Now it is.
Now it is. That was really close. Umbra did try there. Umbra did an incredible job trying to push back right there. So good job, Umbra. But Astra won that.
Astra took it, but you know, it was amazing. So neck and neck at the start. It really was one of those matches. Sometimes this happens, right? Where you can tell that both teams are kind of feeling each other out, and there's a real kind of even sense. And then the crystal just doesn't move very far, and then suddenly one starts to just slowly get it, push it a little further, push it a little further. The other team can't seem to quite contest. They finally get to that first checkpoint, and it's hard won, and that was definitely a hard won sort of match. But when the momentum started swinging towards Astra, they were able to just keep pushing that forward until they could get that final sweep and really dislodge them several times there at the end. So well done from both teams here. Really, really well done. But this is definitely going to be a matchup. Now, we've had one player who needed to step out, So we'll see here what happens, as I'm sure John is sorting things out behind.
Yep. somebody
But-
somebody was done playing, so we're going to get a replacement real fast. Give me just a second. I've already got them lined up. I got to do
It's secretly me.
it's
Chili's jumping in. Chili's both gonna play and cast simultaneously. I mean, look, I'll get in there. I'll get in.
By the way, remember you can sign up every Thursday on John is Dad's channel. We come over to the server that is currently we're on Dynamis Seraphite.
Yep.
But it will be moving over to whichever ranked matches will be in the future. So if when the rank changes, the PvP will change over to that server. That way you're on the same server as the ranked. I'm correct, right?
Yeah, so we follow whichever one is we follow whichever one has the Q ranks. It just makes it a bit easier on our PvP mains to not have to add in extra world travels, you know. They're spending their time with us. We'll try to make it as easy as we can make it. I don't remember what map I picked. Clockwork, that's right.
My favorite. Excellent. I'm ready for more mat flips. I'm ready for more action. And, you know, Astra, they took the first one, but in a best of 3, there's still a chance here for Umbra to even the scoreboard. So maybe Umbra will be the one that's going to be able to just get that push forward this time around, Chili.
Well, I hope so. I'm wishing Umbra the best, and I'm sorry, Umbra, if that cursed you there. But I'm hoping that Umbra gets a win there, so we can get a free match instead of the 2 matches. So it'd be nice if we get a 3rd match of the set.
Yeah, would love to see it, and we'll see if it's able to happen this time around. Clockwork Castletown. I love all the little things that can go so wrong and so right on this map. So how the teams are able to play around it definitely will be a big thing. And I think some classes get to shine a little bit more here as well, with a lot of the CC, the lockdowns, the pulls, the scatters, all playing a role if you can time it just right to be able to get some extra picks with the environmental effects supporting you. So let's see, we do have bards coming back in, our dancer, summoner, Astro, warrior, very good. Okay, so sticking to pretty much what they were running. And taking a look. Okay, so honestly interesting here because I feel like both teams are kind of running a generally sort of similar composition, Chili.
Yeah, they're all running 1 tank, 1 healer, 1 range. A couple of range. They're basically all ranged actually, except for Reaper. They're basically running 3 DPS, 1 support, and 1 tank. It's a nice combination. Basically, they're going into a dungeon right now.
Time for a dungeon. The dungeons have gotten spicier and more hostile than you ever expected.
I don't know. People like to PvP in some dungeons sometimes nowadays. It's an interesting experience. But no, I'm interested to see, because they've got warrior versus warrior. They've got an Astro versus the scholar. So it's going to be interesting to see the clash of those 2 different, healers, to see which one. I myself, I've always think Astra with the DPS cards can be good with bursts. So.
Oh, absolutely. Astro is very, very good at kind of bursting or following up. Kayazi? Did I get that one right? Kayazi? We'll get it right. I'll work on it. But they are going to go down first here. And we have a trade out, Director Fury and K down and Elsie down over on Astra. But right now, Astra is holding strong as Merlin stays on the crystal to kind of work their way up. Aerie taking some big damage, trying to get away, going back through the crowd to see if they can escape, but unable to as they will fall. Lots of damage, though, going out on Umbra, even with the death over on Astra. But Bodvar is going to get silenced and is locked down just next to the tatami mat, but no flip.
Yeah, the Umbra really chased down Aerie there. They really wanted to take down that Bard. So they were working together to take them down as soon as possible. Now they are keeping they're not staying on the crystal, but they are staying by to make sure that they're keeping an eye on the mats right now. I think they're all just trying to do mat play right now. I think they're ignoring the crystal completely. In fact, but the Bodivir is pushing the crystal because everyone else is too busy having time with the mats to actually do the crystal.
I love this. Thank you, teams. You're giving me what I want. What I want is map flips. I don't care about the crystals. So, no, I'm kidding. We all care about the crystal, but Damage is going out, limit breaks flying. We had 2 go out from Astra, which is going to give them the kill with Director Fury. Elsie taking big damage, having that heavy, still just trying to fight it out on the edge of the mat. Are we going to see the map flip? No, the death came in before it could happen. So over on Umbra, they are trying to sort of coalesce, but Koyaki is going to fall. And right now, although they're dancing around, Kayazi trying to come in and off the point, literally dancing on that dancer. They're mostly just trying to hold it down right now so that it can't get much progress, inching it slowly one way or the other.
There is also quite a lot of coins on the map, so if anyone does want to go get them, remember the coins will help you with the limit break gauge, so you can get out fast. Also remember the Bard also helps the limit break gauge, and they've both got their Bard limit break ready. Director Fury with the Reaper limit break is ready also, so it'll be an interesting combination between the two. Bard LB just went off as I was saying that. As I said, it lowers MP of the enemy, and it also helps restore the limit break gauge for the team. And as there's so many coins on the floor, that will also help speed up after limit break use as well. So there could be quite a lot of limit breaks going out right now.
Absolutely. Oh, but we have a lot of deaths going out too. Ari and Director Fury both down on either side as the teams fight it out over the crystal, locked here on this point. Kayazi, trying to sort of stay off to the edge, manages to get a assist there, taking down Sen Nudes. Merlin is the next focus fire target, trying to stay on the crystal at all costs, but guard is up, heavy is out, and Merlin is down. Meanwhile, Umbra, they have reclaimed the crystal, and they are pushing it back across the map to try to get some progress. They have a bit here. I saw a map flip, but no victims. So right now, Astra is all about regrouping while Umbra is trying to get some progress.
Umbra does have the dancer LB, so if they wanted, they could trick them into like having a little dance in the middle of the mats and have them dance to them and get flipped that way. That'd be an interesting way to use that dancer LB to try and get the teams to do a little flip with that. But the Astra LB is also up, so they could also burst damage with one of the jobs as well. So, and as I was saying that, the dancer went down, and I think the dancer also used their LB. So I'm sorry, Citri is also down. As I said, the Astra LB is incredibly useful with the damage and the buffs, and Astra LB is just really good. Astra's just really good in PvP right now.
Yeah, it's very strong, very strong. Koyaki, Citri, and Kayazi down over on Umbra. So while they were able to get that over, they weren't able to quite match the progress that Astra had made. Astra now going to take the crystal and push it forward again. Umbra, they are regrouping. This is the smart thing to do, but the Mammoths are going to be entering the field, so they're going to need to play around these as they come around the corner. Astra now trying to get this checkpoint locked down as the teams leap in, or not leap in, hesitate, poke around the corners. And see what they can get as far as map flip. Kayazi on the map, got locked down, just managed to dodge out though.
I think they got tiny though. Maybe no, or is it just me? Yeah, I think they got hit by the small. I think they're Lalafell size right now.
Whoa, they are indeed. We are in overtime as the clock counts down. They need to stay on it. Umbra trying to fight it out. Aerie is going to go down. That is certainly going to help them, but we have the Mammoth on the point. They have to pop guard to stay on it if they want to stay in it, and they're able to avoid the Mammoths and continue to push the crystal forward.
But what was scary about that was not only was it an AoE with a Mammoth, but also a gaze attack, which means if you're looking at the Mammoth while that goes off, you get miniaturized and become a Lalafell for a few bits. So that is also the risk, the fact that both of them were on the same spot. So it was an incredibly risky move by staying on the crystal, but they pulled it off.
You got that look away again that you were just so wonderfully describing. There it goes. They are able to avoid it. I think one person, Bodvar, did get clipped by it though. Currently living that Lalafell life. Citri taking a lot of damage, trying to make it to the potion, going across the mats. Risky business, gets heavied. And is this it? Is this happening? The mat flip takes Citri down at last. My dreams have been delivered, but at the cost of Citri's life.
You can hear the excitement in your voice with that map flip. You were waiting. You were like, come on. It's all I want tonight is that one map flip. And the bar area is down though. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I got what I came here for, but everybody, if you want to keep fighting, absolutely. And they are fighting indeed. But with the step off the crystal from Astra, Umbra was able to get it the farthest that they needed. 0.1% difference. Umbra just hung in there.
Close.
So close. And they are going to even out our board, giving Astra 1 point, Umbra 1 point. And whoever takes this next game, pushing it to our best of 3 fully, will be our winner, Chili. This has been an excellent matchup.
Yeah, it really
And
is.
you've been an incredible. It has been an insane matchup tonight. It's been, and again, the balance has been really good. Like, it's been some really balanced teams tonight, so it's been a lot of fun watching. And of course, as we said, we got a tiebreaker, so it's going to be fun to see where we're going. We're going to Volcanic, which I think we haven't had that many times tonight, right?
I don't know if we have.
Yeah,
This
this will
is
be
our
our
first time in Volcanic.
Mhm.
I thought so. I was going to say that, but I thought maybe I'm just tired. So it's nice to end the tiebreaker on a map that we haven't been to yet.
Absolutely.
And I actually really like Volcanic.
Oh, I
it.
love Volcanic. Volcanic's great for melee players. It feels so good to play, a brawling job on Volcanic Heart. I'm a warrior
thank you
main.
so much.
It's my home. I love it.
Yeah, I also
find this
love
is-
it. I love getting chained into lava bursts. I love getting locked down and set on fire. So yeah, it's also a really good time for ranged players. Yep.
And also, I think it's really good for poking jobs as well. I feel like there's a lot of corners and a lot of stuff where you can hide to try and get the pokes from behind as well. I feel like it's just a good map. It's just a fun map. And of course, you got the bombs. And then also you can, you've got the buffs as well. After the bombs are exploded, you go pick them up. Do you risk going off for a second to try and pick up the fireballs and get the extra damage? Because that's technically you're away from the team while you're doing that. And also, the bombs can still, if it's still during the bomb season, you could pick it up and then boom, there's a bomb right next to you. So, sometimes it can be a risky business trying to get them as well. And also, as I said, there's a lot of, if there is a monk on the other team, they can also pick you off while you're running off to go get those. So, it's a risk. It's a risk, but sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes it's not.
Yeah, good map. Lots of different areas to kind of play around, like you were saying. And for all my joking aside, this one is very fun. I have to say, I do really like White Mage limit breaking on this one. It's very enjoyable. And sometimes you can line up the, sight angles just right to go straight across the point where everybody's contesting, but then you're safe behind your little corner. It's very excellent. So we'll see how the teams are able to handle it and what they're going to do. Now we're sticking with pretty much what they brought to the previous games. And I mean, honestly, we've seen both teams doing a lot of work. It could go either way. And I think it's really going to come down to what we've seen in the past 2 games. Which of these teams is able to get that first initial kind of breakthrough and then slowly build on that momentum?
Oh, it looks
and
like
just see it through.
looks. One second. Now, Umbra looks like it's sneaking around the back by using the speed panels to try and sneak up behind them as a team. Which is, rather than pushing forward, they're trying to actually attack from Astra's base. Umbra's attacking from Astra's own base from behind by using the speed lane.
Very
and they got down the
fun.
pod because of it.
Good push there, and they're taking a little bit of punishment in return. Citri taking some damage, getting to the potion though, and able to recoup that no problem. Sun Noodles now is the one that seems to be taking some heat, although thankfully Umbra has fallen back after the initial assault, and they're going to be instead targeting Elsie, who's the next one to get picked. Umbra decided we are going to undermine them. We're not going to even give Astra a chance to build some slow momentum.
Yeah, but that was an incredibly smart move by the team. You don't expect, it's unusual to expect that to happen. Sometimes it happens, but it's very unusual to see. So it was an incredible move by them. But currently, they're trading, but it's very close between the teams. Both have high resources. Well, I say Astra is a bit lower than Umbra, but they're both having a decent push on the point.
This just shows how
Great
even
balance right now.
these two are, right? I mean, the balance between them is really strong. And we've seen that even with that initial push from Umbra. Now, of course, they have been able to make some use of it, but Astra has really been holding their ground. Now Aerie gets that heavy and is trying to get out, pops the guard. Potion is back up again. That timer worked in their favor, but is taking lots of damage. We have the Dancer limit break that so just, lets them die in rapture, but die they do. Elsie, the next target to be taking heat for Umbra. Umbra is really singling people out and trying to see if they can get that. The fire lines coming across the arena as these bombs explode, leaving behind the buffs that the teams can collect. And we do see Astra trying to get them, but they can't make good use of it as they continue to fall one by one.
Summer LB did go off near the point now to try and defend it a little bit by Zen Noodles. Zen Noodles is trying to keep Umbra at bay right now with their limit break, but it looks like at least the Heart, Merlin, and Bod have gone down, and it's not looking good for Zen Noodles either, with the rest of the team on the point with her trying to defend it right now.
Does not look good indeed. So Astra, they're going to need to regroup. They realize this, they've fallen back, and even as the checkpoint ticks by and is unlocked for Umbra, they are trying to gather for a final push. But now Umbra has many limit breaks at their disposal. Aerie going straight on the point, trying to help out, but not really able to get much done. We have limit break coming out from Koyaki, which hits the field. Director Fury waiting to time up this Reaper limit break when it's really needed. Silence hits Aerie, and Aerie hits the ground, is out for the count, and falls.
Yeah, that time of the Dancer LB, and also it's interesting to see. I wonder when Fury's going to get his Reaper LB off. But yeah, Merlin, I feel like isn't looking great. Merlin is down. Situ taking Merlin down right there. But they're still pushing it a little bit, even though there's some deaths. They are still pushing it a little bit to try and get as far as they can. So that way, and it's not looking good.
Oh, not looking good at all. Aerie is the last one standing, but
And
isn't
Umbra.
really able to get there to contest. And Umbra will win our next series. They have done it in a 2-1 victory. Umbra just managed to get that advantage and push it, but really well played from both teams. Huge, huge, huge matchup, and both of them, I think, equally contested. Lots of good plays on both sides.
Yeah, both teams did an incredible job. That was a hard counter to do because you know. It was just a shock. So yeah, both teams did an incredibly well job, and they really pushed back out. They really tried after that initial push.
Yeah, it was a really good watch. It was a really good watch. I thoroughly enjoyed myself.
That's the John sign of approval.
People see it everybody now and then. People will pull it on Red Sands. You don't really see it a lot on Volcanic, where people are like, you know, going for the funny business of circling the map and coming in from behind. I'm a big fan of the strategy. Not gonna lie, love it. Give me just a second. We're gonna populate our next set of teams.
But you have to be really focused. You have to be really focused if you want to do that strat though, because if you're just running in, like sometimes it can also be just as messy if you're not planning it. Like if you haven't planned it with the rest of the team, it is, as much as the strat looks like it's good, sometimes it doesn't work because sometimes the opponents might have noticed the fact that you are going around there and will be prepared.
Yeah, it definitely has to be something that you do very quickly, very decisively, and that the other team has to be caught off guard by, right? Like, if the other team sees it coming and they're like, oh, they're sneaking around the back, and then, you know, your team kind of trickles in or whatever, and then they're sort of there, one person has gone around. It doesn't quite have the same effect. So it's definitely something that you play a little bit of a mind game, which is part of what makes PvP, I think, so much fun. PvE, you always know what that boss is going to do. Even with some RNG, you know the general range of things they're going to do. But in PvP, while you might build up a language to anticipate, understand, know what people might be generally doing, you don't always know what they're going to do or how each team is going to be different. So it's so fun when those like little moments happen and, you know, somebody's able to kind of pull something off because they just managed to land that element of surprise.
Yeah, and that can win the game sometimes. It's crazy. By the way, good job everyone so far tonight. Remember to stick around to the end for the chance to win a piece of art, because there'll be art given away at the end of the event. So please, if you can stick around, you will, and the wheel will be spin. So yeah.
Yeah, stick around, everybody. Win a cute chibi of your character. And a huge thanks again to everybody joining us tonight. It's been so fun. It's been a blast, Chili. It's been wonderful to commentate with you. And John, thank you so much for putting this together, hosting this, and getting everybody into the groups to run. It's amazing to see how it's all come together. But everybody who participated, thanks for making it a fun night and for getting out here and showing up for PvP.
Yeah, thank you guys.
As well, thank you, Rook. Sorry.
Nope.
Thank you, Rook, for allowing me to be this commentary with you. I'm learning a lot tonight, so seriously, it's been a good night. I've had a lot of experience, so thank you so much. Seriously, please go check out Rook's channel and Rook's events, because Rook is probably one of the best, up there with some of the best commentators with this game. So the fact that I'm getting the chance to do this with her, so I can get some practice and learn from her, means a lot. So seriously, thank you, Rook. And thank you, John, for allowing me to be here.
Of course, thank you for coming. Like I told you, dude, I like hanging out with you. It's fun just yapping with you.
Love it. It's a great time. No, thank you, Chili. You're so sweet. Chili and I always joke, since we've known each other in the space for a while, that we're like anime rivals. But as we all know, anime rivals are really just like really good friends. So
Yeah, they're just friends that argue sometimes. And,
yeah. You know, it's a special bond, the rival bond. But I'm so glad we got to do it tonight.
Yeah, they team up when they have to. That's what rivals do in anime. Like, they fight each other, but when there's a bigger threat or something more serious, they team up. But then they go back to rivals again. That's what anime and rivals do. So.
Absolutely. And we are going to have another series here, everybody. So thanks for sitting tight while we got things sorted out. And again, it's so good to see everybody showing up here in game, too. I love looking at everybody's glams. I love seeing everybody's characters. Nude's always off on the side with, like, the most absurd and most amazing with the snowman head. Yes, that noodle's very good. But I have to say, I mean, everybody just like really looking great over here. Shimori, I love the hot pink. That is very excellent. We've also
with the
got
red sword as well.
Yeah, with the red sword. Love it, love it. Just good all around. Keyleth has a really nice look. I actually like that top and those pants together with the red flower headband. Yes, very good.
And some big good portraits as well. Some really good portraits tonight. Like it's just remember the good portrait is the start of the battle as well. And people are jumping up here to attack us now as well. So we're also having PvP while we're waiting for the group.
Bring it on. My blood lilies thirst for blood.
Let's see. I think that's it's just about everybody. We're waiting on one person for Astra. Let me look. Who did I have for Astra?
We've got a secret third host.
We are missing
Fembum.
Kuro.
Spooky Fembum, how are you doing tonight? Wait, that's a cute glam. I like the hairstyle with the top and the trousers. I like Spooky Fembum's like outfit.
Wait, what?
Very good.
It's really cute.
I'm clicking everybody. Like, let me see everybody's look. Let me see everybody's hair. Let me see. No, you're all looking great.
Yes.
But thank you all again so much for being here. And I mean, listen, PvP. I'm so happy with the way that they kind of decided to continue to evolve PvP. I think for a long time, PvP was something that we had a really dedicated, community for. But that a lot of general players just thought, probably this isn't for me. Or like with the ancient rules, the old school, PvP. Yes, right? A lot of people were like, I truly don't understand what's happening. I have no idea how all of this is supposed to pan out or how I'm supposed to achieve anything in it. But seeing everything that they have been able to do with PvP in the game, I think it's been really heartening seeing how they've even added stuff like the Battle Pass, how they've even come in and done stuff like Crystalline Conflict, how they have been continually looking at how they can expand and diversify what kinds of content, whether you're somebody that just kind of wants to pop in, get some currencies, get a little experience, or you're somebody that wants to actually kind of get into some of these ranked queues. I love to see it. I don't know, Chili, do you think, or are you interested in them adding any other, we got Crystalline Conflict, but are there any other like game modes of PvP that you'd like to see them add?
I don't know what I would like to see, but I would love to see some more different PvP modes added in the future. Like, I would love to see PvP keep getting more and more support because it is the community is lovely. And yeah, I remember the dark days of old PvP. Remember when there was a PvP materia?
Yes.
Man, that PvP, although people may say, PvP, the jobs feel unique, and I've got to say that whoever's making the jobs and balances for PvP are doing an incredible job. And the fact that every job feels different and plays differently, they've done an incredible, while also keeping them all balanced. I mean, some of them a little bit unbalanced, but what is good, the fact that even if there is one season where one is feeling a bit more powerful than the others, they have gone in and fixed it. Like, they have been trying to keep everything as balanced as possible while having every job feel completely unique. And also just supporting it in general with all the different maps that also feel like they feel unique, but also feel like there's no map that's more difficult than the other. Well, they might feel a bit more challenging when they're new, but over time, as people start getting used to the maps themselves, a lot of them feel balanced in their own ways.
For sure, I agree. I really like what they've done so far, and I'm here with Census in the chat. I would also love a capture the flag mode, please and thanks. Yeah, Census and John know where it's at, but we know where it's at here and now. We are entering the red sands with our teams. We've got a matchup, another series to come, best of 3, and we'll see what they're able to bring to these desert sands as they try to claim a victory. I mean, this is one of those maps that, like we've seen earlier tonight, it can be a very quick sweep, especially around the second half of it, but they have some curveballs to deal with. They've got the Oasis, they have, of course, the random events that sort of spawn, be it that cactar or the sort of pit worm that will drag them in. So it's a good one, it's a fun one, but we've got actually 4 DPS, 1 healer, 4 DPS, 1 tank, so I guess we'll have to see if the healer or the tank makes a difference or if the DPS are just on fire, Chili.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens here with the Astra having the Dark Knight, while Umbra having a White Mage, one having not any healer, one having a tank. It's going to be interesting to see if the White Mage can keep one of the DPS up long enough for them to be the tank, versus the tank having to, you know, not have any sustained healing from having support. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here with that, whether the healing will outweigh the lack of tank. And it looks like Freya's looking not healthy right now. But the White Mage went down, and the Summoner went down, and the Dragoon went down, and the... Okay, maybe I should stop talking.
Yeah, Chili, you have once again cursed some innocent players who just came here tonight to have a good time. So, you know, we'll see if they can recover from this. I believe in you, team. Umbra, you're going to need to regroup and rally. Go, Umbra. Or Chili, don't say it, because they're going to wipe again if you say it. So, no, we do have Astra pushing the crystal up to their first checkpoint. Of course, they're needing to keep an eye on the sands because an activity will start. And we have our Luna Sabatender here that has hit the field, Chili.
Oh! Which will give the pause to Astra at this rate, it looks like. Because Umbra is down 3 players again. The Umbra did get 2 of the shields. Dex and Mistaken did get shields, but it looks like Dex is being chased down by Astra right now. And Dex is also down, but Fina is low on MP and have been stunned, so I'd be interested to see if they can trade a little bit here, but it's not looking good. Mistaken is down now.
This is not looking good, one might say, for Umbra. They keep trying to get in there, but the just concentrated power from Astra is huge. And we talked a little bit about how Picto has that really explosive AoE, and they are definitely using it to putting it to good use. Now, that effect going out as the insect jumps up and the pull-in happens. We have deaths going up, but they did get a pick over on Astra, so Freya does go down here. Now, Sun Noodles trying to just provide some auxiliary damage, trying to help focus down Shimori, and that help is felt. Shimori also falls on Astra. This could be Umbra's opportunity, but they're taking a lot of damage as Vicious is the next one to fall over on Umbra's side. Now, Umbra had an opening, but they're having to fall back now. Direxel trying to get that elixir. Sun Noodles wisely retreating to the Oasis. And meanwhile, Astra is going to be able to try to push the crystal, although they're being harried a little bit on the point by Mistaken, who falls immediately after.
What's interesting is because they've got a tank with Shimori, they've actually given the Dancer buff to the tank to try and increase their damage to make it basically a 5 DPS with a slightly more spongy person as the tank. So it's interesting that they've gone. Badava is down though, but they've traded with Mistaken. But yeah, it's interesting that they've given the Dancer buff to the tank to try and balance the team up. But Freya has been stunned and Freya's been burned right now, which is not good. But Sen Noodles is a bit low on MP as well. Freya is down on Astra. Umbra's getting a bit of a pushback right now.
Bit of a pushback. They do have that death, but they have a lot of limit breaks, and I have a feeling they are going to unleash them when this heat wave has passed or near the end of it once Freya is up. Now, the heat wave is giving some time for Umbra to push this crystal back, so they are gaining some ground here, managing to stay alive through it. Good sustain on their part, and of course that buff from the Oasis helping both teams. But limit breaks up on both sides. As soon as these two teams clash, it is going to be an unleashing and a reckoning. And right off the bat, Shimori is leaping in to begin the engagement.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of explosive limit break going off right now. As I said, Shimori has used the limit break. Freya's got their limit break, but they got stunned. Fino got so many people on Umbra just got burnt right there, and it's not looking good. So many limit breaks that Fraki Star just went down. Send Noodles is the only one up on the Umbra team right now.
Brutal.
That was
We
a
saw those
clash of limit break.
combos from Freya, Rhina, Bodvar just absolutely laid into Team Umbra. Now, Team Umbra has been able to hold on to a couple of theirs, but again, they're losing that ground by the second that they were just able to gain. So they're trying to figure out where they can get in there. Vicious, though, goes in to try and engage. Bodvar falling on Astra, so they are 1 versus 1 right now on the deaths, but Freya is going to tip that as 2 are down on Astra.
But the Pictomonster LB did go out and did take one out with the Pictomonster LB, which was good. That helped the team out a lot. Vicious and Send Noodles are down on Umbra right now, with Astra trying to hang in there right now, but it looks like Mistaken is down, and Dextrel, the Summoner, is down also, but Freya has been taken down. They traded 2 for 1, which... yeah.
Ooh, pretty brutal. Rocky is just taking a lot of damage, trying to stick around the point, but having to fall back, trying to go down that runway. Astra has control of this crystal, and we are in overtime, so Umbra needs to stay on it if they are going to try to keep in here. Now, Vicious gets the silence, takes a lot of damage after that. He's trying to fall back across the sands, but is getting relentlessly attacked and dies off the point. The crystal continues on, and Umbra is still trying to stagger people onto it. Now, we have the Dragoon limit break come out from Astra. We have the Dancer limit break come out right now to try and scatter them, but Umbra is managing to stay on the point. Direxel falls on the point, sacrificing blood to try to just draw this timer out. Mistaken is taking an enormous amount of damage, putting that guard up, but the guard is not going to be able to protect them, and Astra is going to win this first one. It was very tough with them here in the back and forth. But man, I mean, Umbra, they rallied, but they just couldn't seem to quite keep it together here.
It was very close, though. They were doing an incredibly good job at points. It just... the Astra was just getting some really good kills right there. Astra was just doing some good teamwork there, targeting individually, while also trying to do some group AoEs. It was a close one. It was a close one, and both teams did incredibly well there. Some good limit breaks went out, especially during that 5v5 limit break match, where basically everyone had one.
Yeah, that was a tough exchange, a big back and forth from the teams. And I mean, this will be a big one for them. This is still best of 3, everybody. So if they're able to hold on to this, Astra will be able to win it if they take this next one. But Umbra, they have a chance here. I mean, they definitely found their footing more over the course of the game and seemed to have more of an idea of how they wanted to stand up to Astra's attacks. I thought that was such a good thing to point out, Chili, the fact that Astra, with that tank that they had, putting the Dancer buff on them kind of further pushes that damage up, while also still having that kind of, you know, CC lockdown and just like very strong powerhouse that can be the initiator or the damage that tanks can put out while having that big health pool. So very interesting. We'll see if they decide to keep up with it, if they're going to keep both of their comps. But I think that having already seen what Astra's going to bring to the table, Umbra is going to have to prove themselves here in the Volcanic Heart, or this series will be going to Astra. So here we are bringing that Pictomancer in still on Astra's side.
Yes, it's interesting to see if the teams have stayed roughly the same. I think they have basically stayed mostly the same, which is interesting to see. Though, yeah, they've both got a tank, both got a healer. Actually, no, they didn't have a healer last time, right? This is new, right?
Yes, this is new, yeah. So Umbra had the healer. So we now have switched. Yeah. We have 3 DPS on both sides, and we have a tank and a healer. Actually, same ones, Warrior and White Mage there. So interesting. Our main differentiating factors here are that we've got the Dancer versus the Dragoon, and we have the Pictomancer versus the Summoner. So there's some good potential here. I mean, with the sort of scatter effect and a lot of the mobility of Dancer, I mean, Astra, obviously, were very successful with their last run, but Dragoon, that limit break, especially paired with some of the area denial and other things that you can kind of do as Summoner, this could be a good one for them. And this is a map where a lot of that pressure, putting it on at key points, is so important. Now they're jumping straight into it. They are not going to give Umbra a chance, and Umbra takes huge damage, taking Noodles out. Direxel really close, but popping that guard, going to fall as soon as that comes down. Rocky just kind of going, you know what, I think I'm going to just stick back here and I'm going to pop an elixir.
Well, they're now targeting Mistaken, and Mistaken is also down. They've also gone back to the same strat of giving the Dancer effect to the Warrior. So the Warrior has the DPS buff, even though they have more DPS and healers this time. So even with this, they have stuck with the warrior, with the dancer, which is doing them well. It's really helping them push. It's interesting to see how much extra damage that little bit of dancer actually helps the team. So yeah, and now they're trying to regroup on Umbra, but Astra is currently taking the point with Frey on it, but Send Noodles and Mistaken trying to get it back a little bit, but Freya using the guard and getting off the point right now. They got it to 50%, so we'll see. And Raki Star is down, and the Summoner is down also.
Oof, brutal. Umbra just cannot seem to be able to get together to really provide their own, firm coordination and team play, because Astra is just picking them left and right. It's hard to coordinate when you're just constantly on the run. Rocky is just trying to get a kill here, trying to see if they can do some work, trying to get Freya out, but Freya gets healed up and pops that guard, leaps over to take out Drexel, who will get killed just next to the potion, which is always, adding insult to injury.
I don't know if you saw, but the dancer Bodab actually snuck in his LB during that exchange as well, which also helped Astra keep an eye on Umbra right there, because he snuck in the LB. Fino's going down. The White Mage is down. White Mage has the LB ready though for the next exchange, but Mistaken is low. Mistaken is down. Be interesting to see if they can trade. It looks like Vicious is low on MP though. Raki Star is also low on MP. Fine. Shimori is also down on Astra. Umbra is getting some push right now.
Getting some push,
holding the point.
Yeah, they were trying, but resources are wearing thin. Vicious runs out of MP and falls. Rocky also very low in that MP, popping this guard. They're trying to just coordinate, but Drexel is going to fall, which makes that very, very hard for Umbra with that White Mage Limit Break coming across to get that pick on Rocky. And it will be swift and decisive with this Astra. Gets 2 points out of the 3 matches, which means that they are our victors here. So well done, Astra. You were a steamroller. You just came in, you mowed down the competition, and they could hardly put up a fight, but well played from everyone all around. Not easy to try to match that energy when the enemy team is just absolutely flattening everything in front of them.
They had really planned out their attacks perfectly with that team Astra. Umbra tried their best, but Astra had some insane teamwork there with the dancer LBs, like trying to keep them distracted while they chase down the other players. And the fact, as I said, with the dancer also giving the buff to the tank to try and keep his damage up a little bit, while still having the benefits of being a tank. It was some incredible team play, but both teams did an incredible job then. They tried to keep it at the end, but it just got a bit unlucky.
Yeah, it always is tough, right? You never know exactly how things are going to go, whether they'll be in your favor or not. And sometimes once you lose your rhythm in a match, it's hard to get back into it or to try to group everybody up so that you can make the push that you need to start making a difference and turning the tides. But everybody tonight played so well. I think we got to see everybody have some moment to shine, pull off some play, and honestly fight very hard for their respective teams. So well done, everyone. I mean, some very, very good games all around with a lot of fun that we were able to witness. And I know John is currently working on the drawing that's supposed to be happening. John, what's the status?
Well, we've got a lot of people. I'm going to throw them on the wheel here in just a second.
I see Ash in chat saying, "I'm ready for the wheel to ruin me."
Yeah, like we were saying, the wheel, it has a habit. Or habit's the wrong word. It gets a very sick sense of enjoyment out of just making everyone think that it's going to land on his name. And it never does.
Yeah, because it keeps getting
Just
close.
never does.
But all right, who's Loveheart?
Oh, that's Elsie. Sorry, when they signed up,
Okay.
they signed up with the heart. I thought it was cute, so I left it. So the heart is Elsie.
Good luck,
Let's
everyone on the
see
wheel. I wish you all the best.
So
I wish you all the best. I can't curse any of you because I've cursed you all.
yeah. All right, this is the critical moment, Chili. Don't
Okay.
curse anybody. All right, so like I said before, the
Sorry.
prize tonight is a commission by Y-Mage. You all know her, you love her. Her comics are great. Let's see. It's Aura Fight. Congratulations, brother.
Congrats, Ash. I'm sorry it wasn't your day, but Aura, congratulations.
Ugh, the wheels on the
You're
inside.
right,
Yeah, this time it wasn't even close to Ash. It was on the
Not
opposite
even
side.
I thought it was Shimori for a second there. I thought it was really close to Shimori. While I was watching it. Yeah.
Keep doing that.
You brought the aura. You got the prize. That's how it works. But yeah, congratulations to everyone involved. I hope you all had fun, and hope we can all see you again in the future. And I'll be participating next time, so I'm scared.
Alrighty, so that is going to be it for us. Stick around though. Here in the Wolves Den, Ash Emir, good old Ash. Well, they're on their Freya character right now, but this is them. They are going to be hosting Crystalline Clash for PV Princesses. So even more CC fun. I had a good time. This was a good event. Like, we had a lot of good fights. There's a lot of them.
I agree. I also had a good time. I enjoyed this. It was, no, it was really fun. I think that it's always good to see so many folks, one, come out for a fun activity, and two, just bring their A game to said activity. Lots of good matchups, lots of really fierce competition, and a lot of really good plays. So good job, everybody.
Yeah. So in Twitch chat, maybe? Yes. Okay. We'll do this real quick. In Twitch chat are links for both of our hosts. Please join me in following them. Chili is a host of Moogle Go Round Radio and PSU podcast, as well as a writer for them. Rook covers streams like all kinds of MMO stuff. She just got back from Gamescom doing Creator Clash with World of Warcraft. We're gonna say goodnight, but before we do, Chili, do you have any parting words for our viewers at home?
I guess I want to just say, remember that this is all for fun. And even if you did have a rough night today, remember you all did an incredible job. You all were amazing. There were some incredible plays. I can't wait to see some of the clips from tonight. There were some good LBs, lots of good matches. You all did well. I know we joked about curses and stuff, but seriously, congratulations to everyone that participated. And remember, it's all about having fun and learning. So again, thank you all for coming here, and I hope to see you all again in the future.
Of course, and we'll have you back again soon, Chili. Rookery, thank you so much for coming. Like, when you responded to my tweet last month, I got so excited because I remembered how much fun it was having you on years ago when we were doing this. So, do you have any parting words for our viewers at home?
Oh gosh, just that I'm so glad to be able to be back and doing it again. It's so much fun, and I honestly think that the greatest power, the greatest heart, the greatest asset of Final Fantasy XIV is its community. So seeing everybody come together to celebrate this, to teach people, to get people into it, to open up opportunities to be able to play or do groups like this, it is the very thing that makes our game so special. So thank you all so much if you came out and participated. Thank you, John, and everybody who coordinate these events. Thank you, Chili, my rival, for co-casting with me, because if I had my way, I would cast every event constantly all the time, because I just love getting to be with everybody and getting to see how we can all have so much fun in this wonderful game, honestly. So well done, everybody. And if you didn't feel like tonight you really got to show your stuff, know that there's going to be lots of opportunities. And if you're still a little bit scared to get out there and try it yourself, give it a shot. Get in there. It's definitely well worth it. And it's great when you have events like this every week that you can look forward to.
It really is. It's so much fun. Thank you so much, Rook. Thank you so much, Chili. Everybody watching, that's going to be it for us. Community Roulette number 18 is in the books. We're going to raid over to Ash for Crystalline Clash, hosted by PV Princesses. Yeah, thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.